hydraulics and pneumatics. So first we are going to see the comparisons of hydraulics pump and the performance, right? So generally performance are measured by the efficiencies. Efficiency in the sense it's the ratio of output by input. Generally we can say output by input. If 100% efficiency, whatever the input if I give, I will convert the 100% input as the 100% output. This is ideal case, but it is not practically, it is not possible, right? So first we are going to see comparison with performance. So major factors in adapting pump to a particular system is in the system's overall needs, right? So the pumps, we studied about various types of pumps. The selection of pump is based on our need, system's overall need. It is not advisable to use the pump with high delivery in a system that requires only the low delivery rate, right? So for example, if I want a delivery rate of 5, right? But I cannot use more than 10, more than 5. So generally, whatever you want, you need to use that pump alone, right? So don't use more power rate. So it is not advisable to use a pump with high delivery in a system that requires only low delivery rate. In other way, using a pump that must produce at its peak continuously just to meet the minimum requirements of the system is equally wrong, right? So the main important point is whatever we want, we need to use that capacity pump, right? So for example, I need a 5. Assume that 5 units of pumps or 5 units delivery rate pump. I need to use only 5, not more than 10, right? So making either of these mistakes, if I use high power pump, it will produce the initial pump cost, right? So cost is more because the cost is directly proportional to the delivery rate, right? And then maintenance cost also may be increased. So we need to select a proper pump based on our applications, right? So this table shows the comparisons of various pumps, right? So the comparisons between the pressure, discharge, and speed, overall efficiency, right? So if you consider gear and van pump, both has the same working pressure is 20 to 175 bar. The medium is radial piston pump. It may be the 50 to 250. If you want high pressure, then you go with the axial piston pump. Similarly, discharge liter per minute, right? So liter per minute, the minimum, if it is a gear pump, you can get 7 to 570 lpm liter per minute. If it is a van pump, 2 to 950. Axial piston pump, it may be the 2 to 1700. Radial piston pump, it may be the 20 to 700 degrees. So if you want more discharge, then you go with the axial. The next one is a van, and then gear pump, and then radial piston pump. If you consider the speed, revolution per minute, van pump delivers more speed. It works on more speed, 2000 to 4000. But gear pump has a more speed, 1080 to 7000. Maximum speed is 7000. Van pump is 2000 to 4000. Axial piston pump 600 to 6000, and radial piston pump 600 to 1800 degrees Celsius. And if you consider the efficiency part, right? So efficiency overall, here we are going to compare overall efficiency. Still we have two more efficiency called mechanical efficiency and then volumetric efficiency. The product of these two, we say it's overall efficiency, right? So overall efficiency, the maximum overall efficiency we can get it from axial piston pump, and then radial piston pump, and then van and gear. So van and gear has same overall efficiency, right? So the performance pump is a function of precision of its manufacture, right? So again, the performance are generally it is determined by the mating parts. The mating parts would be the precisest manner, right? So the performance of pump is function of the precision of its manufacture. An ideal pump is one having zero clearance between all mating parts, right? So generally, if you want 100% efficiency, then the clearance between the mating parts would be the 0. So practically it is not possible, right? Practically it is not possible. So working clearance should be as small as possible while maintaining proper oil films for lubricating between the rubbing parts, right? So we cannot provide more clearance. At the same time, we can give the minimum clearance, but in order to avoid wear and tear, we can use some lubricating oils, right? So the performance of pumps is driven by the 3 categories. One is a volumetric efficiency, mechanical efficiency, and then overall efficiency. So the first one is volumetric efficiency. it is the ratio of actual flow rate of the pump to theoretical flow rate of the pump, right? So efficiency, I say it's a output by input. So output in the sense actual flow rate of the pump. So after getting what is the output, right? So it is actual flow rate. Theoretical flow rate means if you calculate some flow rate by using the formula, you can get some value. That is a theoretical. Actual means we need to measure. We need to measure the from pump, right? So what? Generally both are flow rate only. We cannot get exact theoretical flow rate because the leakage may happen. So the volumetric efficiency indicates the amount of leakage that takes place within the pump, right? So volumetric efficiency indicates the amount of leakages. This is due to the manufacturing tolerance and flexing of the pump casing under designed pressure and operating conditions. For gear pump, the volumetric efficiency it may be the 80% to 90%. For van pump, it may be the 92%. For piston pump, it may be the 90 to 98%. Right. So volumetric efficiency means actual flow rate by theoretical flow rate. Theoretical flow rate we can measure with the help of formula, right? So QT. But actual flow rate it can be measured by the system, right, at the pump. Similarly, mechanical efficiency, it is the ratio of pump output power assuming no leakage to the actual power delivered to the pump. So right, so mechanical efficiency can be calculated by the two way. One is the power, another one is a torque, from power from torque. So if you consider power, the pump output power assuming no leakages. So that is a ideal case. Actual power delivered to the pump, the ratio of power output, theoretical, or we can say it's a theoretical by actual power. Theoretical means ideal, there is no leakages. So mechanical efficiency indicates the amount of energy losses that occurs for the reasons other than the leakage. So apart from any leakages, you may lose some energy. So that is counted here. That is counted in mechanical efficiency. The mechanical indicates the amount of energy losses that occur for reason other than leakage. So this includes the energy loss due to the fluid turbulence, friction in bearings and between the mating parts. Generally, it is around 90 to 95%. Right. So this is what power in terms of power. Similarly, in terms of torque, theoretical torque divided by actual torque, the ratio of theoretical torque divided by actual torque is called as mechanical efficiency. Right. So we have another one formula to determine the mechanical efficiency in terms of power and torque. So P by QT, P is the pump discharge, right? Discharge in pressure, it may be the Pascal. QT is the theoretical flow rate divided by actual torque and speed, right? So the theoretical torque we can calculate by the volumetric efficiency VDN by 2N. So P equal to 2 by NT. So from that, so if you multiply the power, you can get the actual torque is determined also for the actual torque. P by W. P stands for pressure, right? So P stands for pressure, and W we can measure with the help of 2 by N by 60. So N is the RPM, right? So the third efficiency is overall efficiency. It is defined as the ratio of actual power delivered to the pump to the actual power delivered the pump, right? So efficiency here also output by input. So how much power it delivered by the pump, the actual power delivered by the pump divided by actual power delivered to the pump, right? So in other way, the product of mechanical efficiency and volumetric efficiency, we can say it's a overall efficiency, right? So overall efficiency அப்படின்றது output by input. ஃபைனலாக என்ன சொல்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா எவ்வளோ பவர் வந்து பம்பு டெலிவர் பண்ணியிருக்கு, எவ்வளோ பவர் வந்து பம்புக்கு கிடச்சிருக்கு. ஸோ அந்த கன்வர்ஷன் அதான் வந்து ஓவரால் எஃபிஷியன்சி, ரைட்? ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் தி பம்ப் பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ், ரைட்? ஸோ ஓவராலாக என்ன சொல்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா we have a 3 efficiency, right? Volumetric, mechanical and then overall efficiency. Volumetric efficiency அப்படின்றது எவ்வளோ ஃப்ளோ ரேட், based on the flow rate. ஆக்சுவல் ஃப்ளோ ரேட் அப்படின்றது நம்ம சிஸ்டத்தில் லிக்விட் ஃப்ளோ பண்ணுறப்ப ஒரு ஃப்ளோ ரேட் கிடைக்கும். அந்த ஆக்சுவல் ஃப்ளோ ரேட் டிவைடட் பை தியரட்டிக்கல் ஃப்ளோ ரேட். இட் இஸ் மெஷர்ட் பை தி ஃபார்முலா. தியரட்டிக்கலாக நம்ம மெஷர் பண்ணாலுமே நம்ம ஆக்சுவலாக பண்ணுறப்ப சம் டீவியேஷன்ஸ் இருக்கும். ரீசன் இஸ் லீக்கேஜஸ். ஸோ அது எவ்வளோ அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் லீக்கேஜஸ் அப்படின்றது தான் வந்து வால்யூமெட்ரிக் எஃபிஷியன்சி. மெக்கானிக்கல் எஃபிஷியன்சி அப்படின்றது இன் டர்ம்ஸ் ஆஃப் பவரில் சொல்கிறோம், ஆர் இன் டர்ம்ஸ் ஆஃப் டார்க்கில் சொல்லலாம். பவரில் பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா எவ்வளோ ஹவு மச் ஆஃப் எனர்ஜி லாசஸ் apart from leakages. So leakage இல்லாமல் வேறு என்ன எனர்ஜி லாஸ் ஆயிருக்கு. So power output power assuming no leakages divided by actual power. So in terms of torque, theoretical torque by actual torque. So the product of these two is overall efficiency, right? So